Yo, wagwan, tis your boy, Jidon, Legendary, and we are on the one and only APB, a game I used to hold near and dear to my heart, with about 700 something hours. Ay, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, that like button, that notification bell, share with your people, join the Legendary Clan, support the channel, become legendary. I upload all kinds of games, depends on what I feel like playing, and right now, that's APB, because I had to come back to reminisce. Okay? A game, like I said, I used to hold dear to my heart, and many people did. I remember the first time I played this game, y'all. It wasn't this lady, though. She wasn't the first character I ever made. It was this lady right here, okay? If I can find it, a picture of this character back in the day. What was it, like Xbox One? Like 2014, I think, is when I started playing. Man, that was a long time ago. Started off as this lady right here, an enforcer. Okay, we're on PC right now though. And you know, I played as the enforcer for a very long time. I played this game like your typical tryhard, running around getting as many kills as I possibly could. I was pretty freaking dirty, especially for someone who was stuck with the starter weapon. And I was like freaking a teenager at the time, so I didn't really have money like that to just be dropping on games. However, that star 556 was getting pretty nasty when you're playing for 8 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? You can make any weapon good when you're playing for freaking 8 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? So, for the longest, you know, I was running as this lady. It was a copper, okay? Nevega is her name. Light skin, African American, of course. So for the longest time, I want to say about 5 months of playing this game non-stop as this lady right here. Of course, you tend to learn things, and that one thing I learned was a dude was typing in chat. I was talking to somebody, a dude was typing in chat as we were waiting for the next mission, and the dude in the chat, he said, how do I ram raid as a criminal? I'm reading the message. The person I was talking to, I forgot what we were talking about, but we was chit-chatting and whatnot, and I was like, wait, what did he just say? And the dude was like, ram raid. And the dude typed in chat again, and he was like, how do I ram raid as a criminal? Does anybody know? And somebody responded to him and said, you take a van and you back it up to any window that pops up a little marker. He was like, oh, okay. I'm like, what the fuck does he mean? How do you ram raid? Because I had no clue criminals could ram raid to make money. I didn't even know what that was. I didn't know you could rob NPCs. I didn't know you could ram raid and all that other stuff. I had no clue. I didn't know you could go hand in cars to a chop shop, right? So I'm like, ram raid. So I go on YouTube. I'm like, APB Reloaded criminal ram raiding. And surely enough, a million videos popped up of people ram raiding. I'm like, huh? You mean to tell me all this time I've been stressing out on this freaking character right here? You know, Call of Duty and FPS and third-person shooter games. It gets blazingly annoying after a while. And then, what do? You always come back. But no, not this time. An alternative was brought to my mind. And that is how that little blue-haired Mexican lady popped up we were just on. Okay, so this lady, she lasted a long time. But man, I was getting to a point of my life, you know, at 17 years old, I'm like, you know what, I don't want to be sitting here raging on video games anymore. And so once I found out about the ram raiding, unfortunately, this character died, man. So of course, in the beginning, you know what I'm saying, once this little Latina popped up, I didn't play her straight off the bat initially. I really stayed on the cop for a little while longer until I really found out how ram raiding works. I had found this video on YouTube where the dude was like, yo, you need this van and you need the knuckle dusters and all this other knick-knack, paddywhack knick-knacks and all that. Okay, I'ma probably re-download APB on my Xbox so I can see all that old stuff and add it to this video. It'll pop up as the video goes, which you've probably already seen. I'm just now explaining it. So for the longest, you know what I'm saying, I ain't really play her that much because I didn't quite know yet. Okay, so I'm still on the cop doing my thing, and then one day it's late as fuck, ain't nobody else online, so I'm kind of just playing by myself. So I'm like, you know what? Let me get back to Ardani and you know, really see what this criminal activity is about. Boy, oh boy, I did indeed learn what the criminal activity was about. Now, I did do a lot of missions on her. Okay, I did a lot of missions. I actually started doing more missions on her than I did with Nevega because the cop stuff was there was something about the cop stuff that I didn't like as much as the criminal stuff. So eventually I started playing her more than my cop character. To the point where my cop character was... I bought the first item I ever actually bought on APB, I bought on this character. My cop character, she still had the starter stuff. Which was fine, because like I said, when you're playing 8 hours a day, it doesn't matter if you're using one of the doodle items, you're going to become good with that item. You're sitting here using it that much every day. Well, then once I did actually get some real deal loot, it was on this character, because after it started coming to a point where this was the only character I played, you know what I'm saying? And man, once I really learned how to ram raid, it was on and popping. Because like I said, I'm gonna take pictures of all my old stuff. You'll see the Gucci van pop up that I used to use. And believe it or not, I actually remade these characters from Xbox to PC. You'll see how similar they look. I did a dang good job remaking these fools. But yeah, the criminal activity went on full level because I was the ram raiding and the robbery was just too good. Now let me go ahead and show you a couple of spots I used to hustle at here on this on a waterfront and financial, you know what I'm saying, where I used to really make big cash. I'm gonna show you the spots I started with and how terrible they were, and the spots I ended up with and how amazing they were. So spot number one, y'all, spot number one. Now, usually when you load into this map, typically most people load here because they're the main two people who pop up on the map, especially if your criminal character is but a noob. Now the reason I used to farm here was because, as you can already see, straight off the bat, we got boom, you got that store, you got this store, and I used to sit right here on this corner. So let me show y'all how I used to get my money back in the day, right? So I would take my van, park it right here, okay? And then what that would do is that would cause a cluster of NPCs to be backed up, and they would all just sit here. We got like, shoot, I don't even remember how many. It was just a lot of NPCs would clutter up right here, right? And then you just rob them one by one by one by one. Then you come over to this corner, you rob the NPCs over here, and in that corner you rob them, and then you rob them on that corner as well. As you can see, there's well, no, you can't rob these. Oh, this one. You got this store right here you can rob, and then shoot, I think there was one more. Is it these? Oh, that one right there. And you got that store you can rob, and that one down there. So I would rob those, and then I would make my way back over to them two, okay? And then I would back the van up onto the stairs. Not this van, of course. I ain't had no money, like I said earlier. Not this van, the normal cargo van. Back it up here so that the butt is facing here. So all you gotta do is boom, grab something out the van, slowly walk your way, bow, you know what I'm saying? And then you just do that, grab something, and slowly walk over, and then boom, and sprint, you know what I'm saying? And then boom, your boy was making cash. Now, the major issue with this spot is, I'm sure most OG APB players already know, the issue you saw straight from the beginning is we are dead center in one of the most high traffic spots there was back then. So as you could imagine, starting out, your boy got robbed a few times from these dang enforcers. And I was like, man, forget this freaking, this ram raid and stuff suck. So I went back to shooting. But then that means I had to go back to stressing. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna figure out a way. Thus, the new spot. Also, don't get confused by me saying new spot. I don't mean literally new. By new, I mean some many years ago. And that is this strip right here. This strip right here. Oh, I'm going too far. This strip right here. Oh yeah, here we go. I drove past it. This right here. I would park my car. Okay. Right there. Number one, I would bash that. Steal all the stuff out of there. Park the car right here in the shadows, so most people ignore it, especially because my van used to be a very basic van. It started off with the Gucci style on it, but then I changed it to a regular looking van, so most people would drive past it thinking it's just a regular NPC van parked. And I would run up and down this strip robbing every NPC I saw. And let me tell y'all, this character is actually more of a mugger than she is a ram raider. I did a fair bit of ram raiding, but I did so much mugging that I genuinely knew the difference between the poor NPCs and the rich NPCs. The NPCs who dropped drugs and jewelry versus the NPCs who dropped suitcases. That's how much I was doing that. To the fact that this character you're looking at right here, how the fuck do I look at it? Rank 97. She is ranked 97 from mugging and ram raiding. Not because of missions. This is here on PC. So on Xbox, she's level 93 from mostly missions. And Nevega is 100 something from missions. So you combine their two levels together, that's about, what, 200? Yeah, 200 something. And then 97 from mugging and, oh, boom. This lady right here, she drops a lot of suitcases. Okay? This is a suitcase lady right here. I guarantee it. I remember this suit. Yup, there you go. Suitcase lady, right? And then you grab a little knick-knack paddywhacks. Also forgot to mention that back in the day, if you got to 5 stars, all enforcers could see you on the map. So what I would do is I would stick to 4 stars at all times. And I would never go over 4 stars. So what would happen is, you'd be on the radar semi once you get past $2,800. However, you can't truly be seen. You'll be opted in to be robbed by the cops, and by robbed I mean, you know, that you're holding illegal cash, so they're gonna take what's yours. So what I would do is, like I said, I would stay under 5 stars. I would stick to 4 stars the entire way while I'm making money, and then when it's time to hand in, quickly. What the fuck is this thing doing? Turn, man. I see the servers are still boo-boo. The lag ain't stopped, has it? Alright, anyways, so when I first, yep, we lagging. Okay, I'm like, why I can't turn? So boom, you'll see it. Some old pictures from PC will pop up. This is where I used to make my money. Now the bad spot about this is there is a cop spot right in front of me. So I used to grind here, right, because it had the shop here, and as you'll see, tons of NPCs walking around. Shop right there. And there was a few garages somewhere. I don't remember where. But yeah, I used to rob NPCs here, and this was a very, very risky spot. So now what I would do is, I would always try my best to find any server that was ultra dead, and I would just do this all the time, checking the map non-stop to make sure there's no police. As soon as the police enters, hand that cash in. However, as you could very clearly see, extremely risky spot because the police station is literally right there. As where my new spot, much like the other one, was in a complete, well, dang near a complete dead zone. You could be in a server freaking full and you would still rarely see people head down there. Now this spot was extremely convenient because it is very close to Chavez here. Okay, bust open, that's the wrong door. Alright, it's been a minute. Give me some time here. Okay. Right, you bust open that door, you hop in your truck, specifically your van, because that's how you fully load up. You drive out, take this turn right here. Okay, I'm kind of teaching people actually how I used to do this. It don't matter now because I don't do it anymore. Pause, hit your brakes, back your van up into this dark alleyway, because it'll be very hard for anybody to see it. And most people will think is if you keep it basic. I'd never really added much to my vans until I started making so much money and I was getting so good at it I didn't care no more. And boom, this is where you hustle at. So you got a store right there, you got a store right there. As you see, a ton of NPCs. Store right there. Store, no, that's not that store. One of the, oh, boom, there you go. And boom, you got your jewelry spot right there. And same concept as the first spot I did in Waterfront. It's a 4-corner, which means you get 4 corners to yourself. Mad NPCs to rob. There go a store back there. That one right there. And then I think that's it. Oh, no, that's not it. Yeah. So boom. I see that one? Okay, no, you can't rob that one. And then boom, you got 4 stores. Oh no, that's more than 4. That's like what, 5? Got a bunch of stores. I'm just saying a bunch of stores. You got 4 corners to rob all these NPCs. You know what I'm saying? This man right here, that's a suitcase man. That man right there, that's a regular cash man. There's a suitcase man right there. That's a regular cash lady right there. She broke as fuck. That's a dealer. She gives you a pack and some change, jewelry. I said jewelry. What am I? Freaking, what's his name? DJ Khaled. It's crazy. I still remember this stuff. This is how much I played. She gives you a pack and some jewelry. She gives you nothing. Packing some jewelry. Nothing. I mean, they do give you something. They give you a little bit of cash, but that's it. He gives you a pack and some jewelry. No. Who is this? Oh, he don't give you a dang thing. That's a broke boy right there. You know what I'm saying? I used to really sit here and do this for hours, y'all. And then boom. I'm checking the map. Nobody coming through? We good. Alright, let's check out some vehicles, man, and some clothes. I already know I got a clickbait outfit. She always got a clickbait outfit. This is when I used to stream this game a lot. I would do it for the thumbnail. She'd be half naked in the thumbnail. People would join the stream and they see her wearing normal clothing like this, much like this video. Alright, so boom, we got the Converse outfit. She got the Chucks on. All emblems and stuff you'll see are made by your boy. Okay. It's taking a hot minute to change, ain't it? Oh snap, boom. Is the last time I played was Valentine's? I just realized she got a lot of pink and red. The all black shoes is clean as fuck with the white laces. You know what I'm saying? All emblems you see is made by your boy. We're gonna check those out later, you know what I'm saying? That's a very clean fit right there. I keep accidentally spending money on re-bringing my truck out. I forgot that you had to pay. And what's outfit number 3? I already know there's gonna be a clickbait outfit. More pink. It had to be around like Valentine's last time I really played. That's why she got so much pink on. That is also a clean but very casual, you know what I'm saying? She got the Ewings on, boy. She got the Ewings on with the Adidas shorts. I forgot she had a tattoo. A little tribal tattoo. More like a, not really tribal, more like a Aztec type of style. After all, she is Mexican, so I had to give her some old school style Aztec joint. Okay, very swaggy, always swaggy, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't, like I always say, it doesn't matter what game I'm playing, my characters always gotta be swaggy. Plain and simple. Oops, I switched weapons on accident. No, I ain't ready, ain't nobody even in here. What am I ready for? You can't solo no missions, I wish. I would've made a lot of money. Alright, and then number 5 is usually the clickbait outfit, so boom. Exactly what I'm expecting to see. Yup, there it is. What the fuck going on with the shoes? That is not normal. However, boom, there you go, clickbait outfit. Like I said, I used to stream this game a lot, and I would do that for the thumbnails. Now, before we go check out, there was no maintenance. The game just crashed. I don't know why. It just did. But check this out, right? There was a conspiracy theory against a man, right? I remember his gamer tag kind of sort. It was Deshaun Ice something, or Ice Deshaun something, right? All I know is it was for sure Deshaun and Ice, and then there was something else. It was like it was Deshaun Ice something, right? Let's just say that. It was Deshaun, I know that for a fact. Deshaun, like many of us Xbox players, and probably a lot of you PlayStation players, we were always on the mic, right? I was on the mic when I was playing the Vega, I was on the mic when I was playing Ardani. People already knew this. I had zero reason to sit here and act like I was a woman. That's weird to me, alright? I am not gonna sit here and defy a bunch of dudes and act like I'm a woman. I don't see the purpose of it, but some people do. Okay? And I'm getting at that. Deshaun had 2 lives. He had a female character, he had a male character. Deshaun always wore red, you know? He was Mr. Big Blood. He was Mr. Big Blood, right? There's a lot of APB players for some reason were into doing that. Acting like they were Bloods and Crips. My character I act like she was a Crip for her, not me. Those people actually act like themselves were blood and Crip. They were living through their characters. And he was living through two characters. Okay? He had a female character that he never used his mic on. Why? Because he was playing dudes into believing that he was a woman. Now, let's say, right, that, what's so bad about that? That's catfishing. There's a lot bad about that, baby. You don't catfish people, man. Come on, dude. That's deceiving, deceitful, and just plain messed up. And he held it off for as long as he could. And then one time, because I played the games, I really played that much that a lot of people knew this character, this little blue-haired Mexican lady right here. A lot of people knew this little lady. Okay? They knew, hey, Ardani, oh snap, Jadam's online. Boom, right? So he was getting called out for his conspiracies of catfishing. Okay? And here's the thing, right? If you're gonna be catfishing people, at least make sure that second character is not on the same account. That character was on the same account as his Deshaun character, so people found out pretty fast. And who did he point a finger at? He was like, well, guess what, Ardani, you're a guy too. I'm gonna expose you. I'm like, how you gonna expose me for being a dude? All you gotta do is come over here and you'll hear this deep A voice. That's exactly what I said. I said, just click my character and go see the profile that literally says Jadam Legendary. You can see my little fucking Xbox me character, which is clearly a light-skinned man with a fucking black top hat, black chain. I said chain. A black shirt, a chain, some khakis, and some chucks. And I'm a West Coast dude, so it's a very West Coast outfit. So I'm like, what the fuck? You can't expose someone who talks on the mic all the time. People know I'm a guy. You can literally come to my character right now. I'll turn my mic on so you can hear my voice, since you've clearly never heard how deep my voice is. I was like 16, 17 at the time. My voice has always been this deep. It's been this deep since I was like 13. It just got more bass now because, obviously as a kid, your voice is going to be deep, but it's going to be a weird puberty deep as we're now. So you don't hear me voice crack unless my throat dry as fuck. So I'm like, my voice has been deep like this since I was a fucking young teen, since I was like 13, 14 years old. You can't expose someone who's on the mic all the time. And he disappeared. Never saw him on APB ever again after that. And if he probably was actually on a different account finally. That crap was hilarious. I'm like, how you gonna immediately point the finger at me? I'm barely even saying anything in this chat. I say one thing every like 5 minutes and he immediately points the finger at me. I'm like, everybody know I'm a dude. I'm always talking to people. What the fuck? That crap was hilarious. I'm like, you gonna immediately point the finger at me when everybody and their mother is trash talking you? How you just gonna jump to me? And I was only making jokes. It was everybody else who was being dead serious. And I just had to get on here, man. It's been forever. I can't even remember the last time I played this game. I used to spend many hours on this game, y'all. Many freaking hours just hustling for real, dude. Making dummy cash. And then I got older and I realized, life is more than sitting on APB for 5 hours making money and listening to music. And that's really where the true fall off for this game came. Maybe someday, they've been trying to revive it, but who knows how well that'll work. That's why I really got on here mainly to get a bunch of pictures of everything I created and all that. Just do some cool little cinematic pictures real quick before I hop up off here, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I may as well record this too, because it has been truly a long time and I really do want to get on and just see what used to be, man. What used to be. Such a magnificent game. But yo, anyways, this has been your boy, Jadon Legendary. Oh shoot, you can see the time right down there in the corner, in the right. Yeah, it's late as fuck. 2:41 in the morning, folks. But anyways, it's been your boy, Jadon Legendary. If you enjoyed this video, that's good. If you didn't enjoy this video, that's good. Either way you watched it, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, share with your people, join the Legendary Clan, support the channel, become legendary. I definitely didn't say join the Legendary Clan. I said join the Legendary Clan. I was talking too fast. Yeah, I record all kinds of games. Depends on what I feel like playing. Today, that was APB. I'm out.